Hello, everybody. Welcome
Hello.
to Zdenek's English podcast. Hi, Daniel.
Hi, how are you? Zdenek. Am I pronouncing that right?
You're pronouncing it really well. Thanks. How is it going, Daniel?
Pretty good, yeah. Pretty good. Just had an average day at work today. So, yeah, I'm sort of winding down now.
Yeah.
I've just finished my hot chocolate before bedtime.
I see. Well, an average day these days is a good day, I'd say.
Yeah.
It could be much worse.
I guess is that a reference to the thing that shall not be mentioned?
Exactly. You can never avoid this, really. Well,
Yeah.
let's have a challenge. Let's take on a challenge to not speak about it at all during this episode.
Okay, I'll try.
I'll probably be no. It's I'm speaking to myself as well because I'll probably be the first one to break this anyway. So anyway, it's good. Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, it's great to have you on the podcast, Daniel. I've actually been thinking about inviting you for quite a while because I've been a subscriber to your channel, to your YouTube channel called We Are English, and I find the stuff you do quite useful. So that's why I'm very happy to be talking to you today. And also, I decided why not do it as a video as well, which is something I don't normally do, but I thought, you know what, let's do it in this case.
Yeah. I don't know. I've never done it before. I've never done a podcast or a conversation like this before. So, we'll see how it goes, I guess. I hope I've got something interesting to say.
Absolutely. You've got the mojo for sure. You know? I don't invite ordinary people onto this podcast. So I'm sure.
What do you mean?
That all my guests have been amazing and fantastic. So, you know, I'm sure you will live. I'm sure you will live up to the expectations and no pressure at all. And you know.
Okay.
No, I've seen what you can do. So no worries.
But
no worries at all.
That's with the comfort of editing.
Well,
you don't see all the hours of me like swearing at myself and belittling myself.
Believe me, I have been there, done that, got the T-shirt.
Well, yeah,
many
absolutely.
times.
I'm sure anyone who's made more than about 5 videos in their life knows how frustrating it can be at times. So yeah. So
Daniel, judging by your accent and the name of your YouTube channel, I assume you are English. Is that correct?
Well, you would actually be wrong.
What happened there?
I'm joking. No, I'm joking. You're right.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. I'm from Sheffield. Yeah.
Okay.
I've already told you this.
You did, but that was that was off the record.
I would be rubbish on television. This is supposed to be like the first time we spoke to each other ever, isn't it? Is that this is the first time we've ever spoken to each other? Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Sorry, what else?
Of course.
Terrible.
No, it's not. It's going really well. So you know what I find often when I struggle on my podcast, and it happens more often than not. For some reason, this is what the listeners like. You know, I don't know why, but I guess it's kind of out of the ordinary, or it's perhaps a bit, you know, like different. I don't know.
It's got. I don't think I've watched television, as in sat down and watched a television program that just when it comes on the TV for about, well, since I lived in England, since like 12 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things I think that it is like, I love YouTube, and I do like some series and films, you know, on Netflix and whatever and Amazon, but I love listening to people just talking in a natural way. I find it a lot more compelling than like a TV show where somebody you really want to hear speak only speaks for like 5 minutes of the actual show. I love Joe Rogan podcasts, for example. I'll just sit down and watch a 3-hour interview with Mike Tyson. Whoever thought you'd get the chance to listen to Mike Tyson speak for 3 hours while getting insanely high? Mike Tyson, not me.
Oh, okay.
It's amazing. No, not me.
Well, thank God. We don't want to promote that on my podcast.
No.
especially because just like me, you are an English teacher, so we need to lead by example, Daniel.
Of course. Yeah. But that's one of the things. I like all this kind of thing. I love watching podcasts and stuff, and so it's like,
I see what you mean. I mean, it's great to listen to someone who is speaking in an authentic way, and obviously there are going to be some hesitations and false starts and things that go wrong, and it's part of the podcast. And I have learned to kind of accept it. I've come to terms with it. But whenever it happens, it always throws me off, So
yeah. And like my first few videos that I made for my channel, I remember like I would sit and think about every word I was going to say.
Yeah.
And so then I'd try to film like a few sentences that I had in my head, because I never write things down really. I'm a bit lazy. So I'd have to retake it like 5 times. Now I'm just like, you know what? If I've said it more or less in a concise way, let's just get on with it. People get what I'm trying to tell them. Let's just, you don't need to take it 4 or 5 times. Like It's a natural way of communicating with people.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
No. I have to say, like, I find you quite authentic, and well, how did I even sort of come across your channel? Basically, recently I've started preparing a student for the CPE exam. Yeah. So you see, I haven't taken the exam myself yet, although I have been thinking about it for a long time, and it's a bit of a pain in the neck because this exam is quite tough, as you well know. Yeah. And so I've been looking for things I could use for some sort of content or material I could use with my student, my second ever CPE student, and I came across you, and I thought, this guy's interesting, because I really appreciated this sort of. It's kind of a different kind of approach, actually. I think you stand out a little bit, not just because of the niche of CPE, but also the way you present yourself there. I think if I were to use some sort of British English expression, I would say it's like no nonsense, or no messing about, something like that,
That sounds almost dangerous.
What I mean is, like, it does exactly what it says on the tin. It's what I would expect from it. It's okay. Yeah. So why don't you tell us about this yourself, Daniel?
No, sorry. I was just no, really. It's nice to have my ego fed a little bit. That's nice. So making the videos, that's kind of what you said there. What you said there was interesting, because you said it's what you would expect from a channel, and
from this kind of channel.
I always knew. I don't know if I always knew, but I found over the last, I've been making videos now for like 2.5 years, and I just, after a while, you can't really pretend to be something that you're not. Mm-hmm. And there are other YouTubers out there who definitely, other YouTubers like I. There are other people. There are others. Did you know there are others?
Yeah, sure.
But there are others out there who are just really slick. Like, some people in real life are just really slick, and they're very, like, they're good at presenting things in a certain way. And I don't know. I'm not like that. And I think it's, I mean, even the things that I like the things that I consume are kind of a bit rough around the edges. Like, I can't really explain it very well. It's, I often find that when you look at something that's too perfect, it is too perfect. I can't explain it. And that's why my channel isn't perfect. Not because I don't have the ability. No, but yeah, that's just the way I like making videos. I like getting content out, and I like just doing exercises. And I speak for like a minute at the beginning of the video, and I'm like, this is what I'm going to do, blah, blah, blah. And then just do it, you know, and I think,
so in what way do you do it? So this is the exam, CPE, proficiency exam. So how do you help people who visit your channel? How do you help them? In what kind of way do you help them? How do you record your videos?
Well, how do I record the videos? I mean, I just use any sort of online material I can get my hands on. I was obviously quite familiar with all the material because I've been teaching for a long time now, over 10 years, and so I've kind of got an idea of what, in my head, my idea is that what students most need if they're going to pass the Cambridge exams is just to do the exercises. And I think it's a specific kind of student, but someone who's at advanced and proficiency level, I think are the kind of people that are going to be kind of interested when I'm going off on a tangent and I'm explaining the meaning of a word, or explaining why I've chosen one word or another, and all that nuance in between.
Yeah.
They're the kind of people that are going to be interested in that kind of thing. So I don't know. What am I talking about? What was the question?
No, for me, it is the fact that you really showcase all the parts of the exam. You show it exactly as it is, and then you sort of do the exercises. That's very important for me. That's what I'm looking for as somebody who potentially wants to take the exam, you know, just to see. And also, go on.
No, that's absolutely what I thought. Like, I just thought, like, what would I want if I wanted to, like, say, a Spanish learning channel or whatever? Yeah. It's like, I just want to see a guy sit down and do the exercises and sort of talk about how he got the right answers, and I don't know, maybe mention anything else interesting that comes into his head as he's teaching. I don't know, as he's, you know, and that's more or less what I would want.
Yeah, so I really have a feeling that you really keep your audience in mind, you know, when you're doing this as a teacher. I really think you're really a teacher there, because you've got a lot of YouTubers. I'm not going to name, but I think for them it's more of a way of entertaining, or more of a they want to entertain, you know. They are like, okay, they look great. They as you said, they might have a nice script, or they speak in a
you saying
perfect. I'm not saying anything, Daniel.
I don't look great.
Oh, unlike me, you have lovely hair. You know, like I wouldn't even dare. Yeah. I'm just saying, like,
I have lovely hair. Go on.
No, I'm not. I shouldn't be telling you this, even, you know. Like, it should be someone else. Possibly of a different gender as well, you know. So
I never had anyone else.
No. For me, it's the authenticity, and it's a combination of authenticity. Okay, you being funny but not over the top, and sometimes in your videos you are genuinely annoyed. Like, there was one video when someone was drilling, your neighbor was drilling their wall or something, and it really annoyed you in that video. And
now you talking about it is making me annoyed. I do have anger issues.
Yeah, must have been a traumatic experience, really.
First world problem.
Yeah, but it's just like, combination of that, so your personality, and a true usefulness of what you do. Because just to finish my point, some of these YouTubers, they sometimes record. I'm not saying I haven't done it before, you know, I don't want to be a hypocrite, but some of them just record things like 10 useful idioms you could use during CPE. That's all well and good, yeah. It's all well and good, and sometimes I learn from this, but I think I learn way more from what you are doing, because not only is this full of those expressions and whatnot, but it just shows me what the exam is like. And the more I consume your stuff, the more I'm sort of used to it, and I just think, yeah, this is for me, this is ticking all the boxes, you know, for me. I'm speaking for myself, but I think your channel is great for this.
I think you're speaking for everyone.
yeah, sure.
No, but I think that was I know what you're talking about, the sort of the 10 useful idioms kind of thing. I went through a phase of trying to do like creative videos that I thought, you know, because you read things about algorithms, and you're like, and they're like, there'll be somebody telling you how to make the perfect video. It's got like 10,000 subscribers. It's like, and it's like, and they'll be like, so what everyone loves is lists, and it's like, oh, really? Should I make a list? And then I tried to do videos like that. I'm not good at it. It's not me. I'm not. I can't make something I'm not interested in either. And I actually, you know, with the Cambridge exams, I do actually find the exercises vaguely interesting. I don't know why. I don't know. It's just something I enjoy. I'm often, you know, I'm having to sort of look things up and remember, and then a lot of the time, for example, when you're doing part 1 and you have to choose between 4 words, and I know it's that one, but I can't explain why, so I have to do a little bit of research and find the actual reason why it's that one and not the other one. And so it kind of, you know, at the same time, it kind of keeps you sharp as a teacher, you know, because you're constantly sort of challenging yourself.
Exactly.
If you're doing high level. It's just more fun. Really,
it keeps you on the toes, and it's the same with me, because I'm a teacher too. Of course I'm in a different position because I'm a non-native speaker, so I'm still learning the language, right? So that's I'm sort of I don't know if there's an expression for it, a double agent, whatever, but probably not the right one. But anyway, I understand what you are saying, because whenever I do one of these exercises, for example, the keyword transformation, or what's the other one? When you change the form of the words, parts of speech.
It's part 3.
It has a name.
Part 3 is what do they call it? It's they call it. I think they call that one word formation. And
word formation.
Keyword. And then part 4 is keyword transformation.
Keyword transformation. Like exactly. Yeah. So of course, if I do this at the FCE level and I get everything right, it's no longer fun for me. So this is more interesting, because I often end up making mistakes, and there's so much all the time.
So what do? You teach like private students, or do you teach at a school, or what do you do?
Everything. A bit of everything. It's a mixed bag.
Right.
Yeah, I've got a couple of private students of different levels, but I have to say, probably similarly to you, I do find that I enjoy teaching higher levels the most. And I don't know what it is, but I think it's the fact that I feel like don't tell anyone, but I feel like I can learn with them. You know, I'm their teacher, but I am also learning from them sometimes.
Yeah, I often found like the most fun I had in a classroom was teaching grammatical structures at C1 and C2. because there's so much stuff. I didn't learn any of that at school in England.
Yep.
And I don't know how to explain that. So I had to like, I was always reading up before classes and stuff. And I just, I do, you know, I definitely find that more fun as a teacher. I don't have a lot of patience either. So again, high level students, they're people who are coming because they want to learn. Lower level students are usually kids whose parents are making them go to class. It's just like, it can be fun because there are some absolutely great kids, obviously, but at the end of the day, a lot of them are just there because their parents are making them go. So it's never going to be as fun as somebody who's there and 100% like trying to learn because they think it's going to be good for their life, or because it's like a hobby of theirs and they're really interested in languages, and they'll talk to you about music, and they'll talk to you about politics, and they'll talk to you about everything. Exactly. You know, that's what I like. That's what I enjoy.
Thankfully, there are still some people who want to teach kids, because then we don't have to do it, right? I don't understand. I don't get it. But I'm the same as you, really. My patience, you see, I'm a teacher, right? So it's one of the first things you need to have as a teacher. It's like it's an essential trait or quality or what. But the thing is, like, you learn to do it, as you learn to sort of acquire it. I don't know how, but it's your job. So if you're not patient in your job, you will either get fired or you lose your students. So you learn to do it, but I guess it helps to be patient sometimes. Yeah, it's not. Yeah,
I think that's in the personality of you know, it depends what kind of personality you have. I'm not a very patient person in any context, in any. I don't like being I don't know what it is exactly. I don't know what it is. It's for example, I teach a lot of teenagers basically, and there are teenagers who are really, you know, loud and boisterous and a bit arrogant, but they're funny. And if they're funny, I'm like, okay, I can handle you because you're funny. Exactly. Nice people, but you do meet the odd one who's just not a very nice person. It's just like, you know, I'm being honest. The vast majority are really, obviously, most people you meet are pretty agreeable and pretty nice, but you know, I have a very short fuse when I see someone who's just, you know,
I do.
Being rude.
I have lost it with some people like that before, so I know exactly what you're talking about. And then after that, I usually blame myself as well, because I should have remained professional or whatnot, you know. But we are human beings, you know. I think it's expected from us from time to time, I think. But Daniel, let's talk about you a little bit. So you're English, we have established that, and your channel is called We Are English. So if anybody wants to find it, We Are English. Does it have the apostrophe there? Is a contracted form?
No.
We are. No.
It's We Are.
Okay.
English.
Okay. So the formal variant. Okay. Yes. Great. That's right. Great. So we know that, but there's something we haven't said to my listeners yet. You're not actually living in England, are you?
No, I'm not. I'm living in Spain and have been since 2009 now. So 12 years. Yeah, living on the north coast of Spain. Yeah,
nice.
Which is it's nice. It's nice here. But basically, I came here because I met my now wife when I was in England at university in the beautiful, quaint Midland city of Wolverhampton.
Okay. Now, whenever you say these cities, like all that pops into my head is the Premiership teams, because I've never been in Sheffield. I've never been I've never been in Wolverhampton, but I know the teams, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Wolverhampton.
Wanderers.
I had a great time there, but it's when I was there, at least it was a bit shady. It was a bit of a strange place. It was really fun. I mean, it's got a really big university, and so like you go out every night, and it's just like a massive party town. Because I think the population's like 250,000, but there's 25,000 students.
Oh, I see.
So it's like one in 10 people is a student of the university. So So it was definitely fun. But yeah, I was only there for a year, and then I moved to Spain.
Yeah. So what is it like living in Spain then? Like, how is it different?
Well, I mean, there are lots of comparisons that you can make, aren't there? But the thing is, I can't compare living in England as an adult, with a job. I can't really compare that with Spain, because basically, I was 19 when I came to Spain, so I basically lived all of my childhood and teenage years in England, and then I've lived as an adult in Spain. So it's there are lots of things that are different. There are loads of things that are different. I don't know which place I'd say is better. I think there are certain things I'd take from both places to mix into my perfect place to live, but generally speaking, Spain's a great place to live.
Is it warmer there? You said you are in the north, on the north coast, but is it warmer there than in England?
So where I live is Asturias. So if you ask a Spanish person, they go, "Oh, Asturias, it must be freezing there." I'm from Sheffield.
Daniel, there's some sort of a connection issue there.
Oh, is it?
Hello? Yeah, it's better now. Like occasionally something going on with the sound, but it's all right. Now it was quite bad. But go on. Could you please repeat what you just said?
Yeah, when you speak to Spanish people there and you sort of say, "I live in Asturias," they sort of go, they think it's probably freezing cold and raining all the time, and it's
right.
But compared to where I'm from, it's fantastic. It rains quite a bit. It's quite rainy, but it's very, very mild. Like the winter is just not cold compared to England, and the summer is mild. You get very hot days, but not unbearable like the rest of Spain. I really like it here. I love the weather here. It's one of the things I really like about it. But I don't know. You get a lot of English people with short memories. They come here and live here, and they start complaining about the rain. And I'm like, do you remember England? It's so, I don't know.
I think it's a kind of a English people are a little bit like that. They complain from time to time, don't they? I've studied your culture. I know what you guys are like, but we are not that different actually. Like we are quite similar. No, Czechs are.
I don't know anything.
Quite similar in that aspect. Well, there's not much to know. Just remember we have got good beer. Yeah, that's all you need to know.
Yeah, because it's funny. It's one of those countries where we don't really have a stereotype about them, because we're not really. I think a lot of people hear Czech Republic, and I think if you're bad at geography, I think people kind of think, "Oh, that must be over by Romania somewhere," or but like Eastern Europe. But it's right in the center of Europe.
Daniel, something okay, you're back now.
Yeah, okay.
The connection is a bit iffy today, really. Like it's the sound. The video seems to be fine, but something with the sound. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, you were talking about the fact that there are not that many stereotypes about Czechs, yeah?
No, I don't think so. No, yeah.
Okay.
Apart from they're quite tall.
Are we? I don't know that. I'm not short or anything, but I don't. How tall am I? 101 meter and 85 centimeters or something like that. But
that's massive.
Is it? Ah, come on. Well, we're not like the Swedes or Norwegians or something, you know.
In Spain, people would think you are a god.
Ah, okay. I have to go to Spain then to take advantage of that.
I'm 183. And,
okay.
When I'm in the street in Spain, I'm usually the tallest person there.
You're a giant. You're a giant.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Fantastic. So Daniel, just before we wrap this up, so going back to your channel, so this almost exclusively is focused on CPE, and just to reiterate, so you basically go through the different parts of the exams. What I like is that sometimes you even analyze people taking the exam. You find some videos on the internet, and then you sort of play it to your viewers, and you stop the different sections, and then you comment on it, and you give your expertise, your insight. And I think it's really useful and also funny.
Oh, well, thanks very much. Yeah, that's the intention anyway.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do.
And there is also a possibility for your viewers to join some sort of what is it, like a special club? What is it?
It's my OnlyFans page. No, it's not. No, it's basically a chance. I'm trying, and I've got a few people who basically they can order videos. So it's like I just said.
Wait! Before we go any further, what kind of videos, Daniel? Are you talking about? Are you talking about the CPE exam? Just to make sure it's not going somewhere I don't want it to go. Come again?
You'll have to become a member.
Does your wife know about this, Daniel?
Yes.
Okay, fine. And then everything is fine, I guess. Then.
No. So basically, yeah, there's two kinds of membership. There's a cheaper one and a more expensive one. And the more expensive one, I've just said, initially, people can order any kind of English-related video that they want. Obviously, if I get a lot of paying subscribers, eventually I won't be able to do that. So what I will do is, my plan is to basically, when there's a few ideas, I'll choose the best ones, and I'll ask my members to vote what video they would like to see. And for the lower level of subscription, basically, I just want to get like a sort of community where people send in questions, where people send in maybe short video clips or voice clips to me, which I can then use in my videos and answer their questions, maybe in like a weekly video. But so far nobody's subscribed to that one. So
to the cheaper one.
Yeah, nobody's subscribed to the cheaper one. No.
They just subscribe to the more expensive one.
Yeah, because I think it's like the cheaper one. They're just like, well, maybe I haven't explained it very well, and they don't really understand what they'd be getting. Because my idea there is to kind of like get a bit of collaboration there. For people. Get their questions in the videos and stuff like that. But yeah.
But it's also a way to support you. Like if honestly, like if you give me a lot of value, I would consider it, because it's only fair, and
I don't know.
you are consistent in posting your videos, so I think it's only fair, you know, like that's what you do these days. You support people who do this, especially if they start off doing it for free, like most of us do, you know. Then this is this is greatly appreciated, really.
Yeah. I mean, you know, that's another thing as well. You know, I'm not banking on people giving me money. You know, it's not something I want to. Like, obviously, it's great if that can happen and people can support me. That's fantastic, and a few people are now, which is fantastic. I really appreciate it. But you know, I'm just going to keep working at it, and hopefully, I'll get a big sponsorship deal from Nike or Cambridge University Press or something like that.
Amazon, yeah, sure. You know, like
Amazon.
I'm sure there is a high likelihood of that happening. I'm not being sarcastic. I am. No. That, I'm gonna cut this out. It's just like you speak in this kind of way, and it's infectious, you know. Then I'm gonna speak like that as well.
I make everyone sarcastic.
No, it's for me. It's a natural thing to do as well. You know, it's like a bit of you throw in a bit of self-deprecation, and it's natural for me to do as well. So, yeah.
Are people sarcastic in Czech Republic?
Well, not as much as you guys are, because you are top level. Yeah, you're you're the best. But at this, I think we have got a bit of that. Yeah, bit of sarcasm.
Yeah, not so much in Spain.
No.
No, some people get it, but a lot of people think I'm just being rude.
Well, it could be because you do it so much, like you English, you know. So it could be that. No, really. Sometimes it's just about the comparison. Like it's so different that people don't get you. But I remember, like, when I was learning English first time, I was living in London, and like the English started making fun of me. That was actually a sign of them, you know, sort of liking me. I didn't know it at the time because I was really frustrated, and it sort of pissed me off, you know. But gradually I learned to appreciate it as well, and you have to learn to understand it, and then you are okay with it, and you start doing it yourself as well.
Yeah, it's like, well, it's what we call banter, isn't it, in England? So it's like, you know, it can be pretty brutal. And I think you said you worked on a construction site, no?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. I was all right. I was all right because you see, I've been there long enough, and they sort of respected me for being hardworking and for doing what I was supposed to be doing, and I did all right there. But the beginnings were tough, of course. Like I think I didn't have any problems or issues with anyone there, so that was fine. Especially not with the English, because I was one of the laborers, so English people were mostly either our supervisors or I was working with electricians specifically, so they were like electricians with the right qualifications, and we were laborers, so like it was all right. Anyway, Daniel, why am I talking about this here?
No, I find it interesting.
Okay. It's been lovely to have you here on Zdenek's English podcast. I hope the sound quality will be all right, because there's something with it today. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see.
Okay. All right.
We'll see. Well, worst case scenario, we might have to re-record it, maybe. But we will see. Yeah. Thank you very much for being on the Next English podcast, and I hope that some of my listeners, or all of them, why not all of them, subscribe to your YouTube channel, because it's definitely worth it.
Well, thanks very much. It's been a pleasure. Thanks for having me on. Seriously, yeah.
Yeah, no worries, Daniel. Anytime, and take care.
Okay. Bye.
Cheers. Bye-bye.
Bye.